Whew. What's up, guys? All right, so I want to talk about the election. It is finally here. Finally going to find out who's going to take control of this country for the next 4 years. And then also how it's going to impact the markets. How you guys doing? Before we really get started, disclaimer, any and everything that's said here today is for intent purposes only. Do not act on any of these things without first speaking to your financial advisor or do your own research. I'm not responsible for anything that happens. I'm giving you guys free information. Tony, what's up, bro? It's been a while since I actually been on here. It's been a minute, man. But I'm gonna start tapping in with you guys. I'm gonna do it more often, give you guys my insight to everything going on. Before we get started, I actually just got my account back. I was suspended for a few days. They won't tell me the reason why I was suspended, but I actually think there's only two reasons. The first reason I think is because somebody probably got caught with one of those scam accounts that I have of mine. For starters, this is my only account. I don't have any other accounts. This is it. If it doesn't say Handsome Kelly with the verification, then that's not me. But yes, someone either got scammed with that, or could be because I said something regarding Trump and Harris, and someone probably got in their feelings about it and pretty much left it at that. So I personally think that I'm marking it up. I personally think that when it boils down to like social media, it's so irritating. It's so fucking irritating because like people come on this app, or not even just this app, just any type of social media app. And we live in a world where you have people who are grown adults, but they live like kids. They get offended like kids. They talk like kids. And it's just like, it's so irritating. It's like you're walking on eggshells. Seriously, for real. Like, I remember, perfect example is this. And again, I'm going to speak about it. I mean, obviously it is here, but just like that comedian who said it was a racist joke, right? And it actually wasn't a funny joke. The crowd didn't laugh, but everybody ran with that. Everybody ran, and it got so offended with a comedian telling a bad joke. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, let the comedian just do his job. I miss the days when people could tell bad jokes and you just boot them off stage. Now, if you tell a bad joke, you kind of gotta like say like, woe is me, and you gotta do all this other shit. It's so stupid, man. It's so stupid. It really is. But anywho, besides that though, so we do know that it's going to be a phenomenal day today. You know, regardless who wins, the market is going to react. And then again, as I said, like from here for the next 4 years, we have a better insight on how things are going to play out. So me personally, I think that as of right now, we look as if, and again, it is still early, right? Anything can happen, but it look as if the market is showing us that we might get a Trump victory. Actually, I thought that Kamala was going to win literally this entire time. I didn't think that Trump will pull this away. And again, I could be wrong, right? I actually don't know. But the way the markets are looking, we might have a Trump victory. The reason why I feel that way is because, you know, pretty much the markets are, you know, pushing towards more of a bullish momentum. And normally, if that's the case, that would be the sense of Trump winning. However, we are also at a resistance, so we want to be mindful of that. So price could literally just stop here and drop down. Regardless, though, right? I'm going to make this quick too, because I also have live trading to do in my Discord. If you guys want to join, tap in the description below, handscale.com, and I'll see you guys in there. But regardless, though, I think that if Kamala does win, I'm gonna break everything down too. And if you guys have any questions, I'll break it down as well. But I think if Kamala does win, more likely the markets will pull back before actually shooting forward. Right. Regardless, though, the markets are going to increase. Right. So I know that Trump said that if Kamala wins, it's going to be like, you know, Great Depression, all that stuff with like the markets tanking. I don't necessarily see that. I do know that even her tax laws and stuff, which is really crazy. You know, it kind of makes investing not really a good thing. However, again, as I said, we do want to see how it plays out in the markets, because that's really what it boils down to. Right now, most people, they feel as if like the markets and the economy is the same thing, and that's not true, right? 2020 proved that, oh well, right? It's like, you know, in 2020 you had people losing, it was like record job loss. However, the market was recovering, making all-time highs. So that's the huge thing, but the market is not the same as the actual economy. It's two different things. The economy is based off if you have a job. The market is based off how the markets are performing. That's it. It doesn't correlate together. It should, but it actually doesn't. But back to what I was saying, again, like the markets are, as of right now, showing that we do have a Trump victory coming into play. As of right now, across the nation, we have 7 p.m., we have 8 p.m., we have 9 p.m., and then also we have 11 p.m. So these are the times in which the polls close throughout the country. I know New York is 9 p.m. I used to live in New York, so I remember that time frame. But besides that, again, like you have, I think some states are actually closed. Was it 7 or 8? If I'm not mistaken, some states are actually closed already. So we can go see if we have a election results so far. Okay, we do. All right. So as of right now, we see that that Trump won Indiana as well as Kentucky, and Harris, she won Vermont so far. So as of right now, Trump has 19 electoral votes. Harris has 3 electoral votes. It doesn't matter. Trump can have 206 electoral votes, right? It boils down to who gets to 270 first. So if he gets to even if he gets to 60 electoral votes right now, and Harris only has 3, it doesn't matter. What only matters is who gets to 270 first. But again, as I said, the markets are showing that we are aiming for a Trump victory. Now, besides that, though, when it boils down to it, regardless who wins, the first thing you want to do is prioritize your finances. Because at the end of the day, most people, they feel as if Trump's gonna save me, or they feel like Harris is gonna save me, and that's far from the truth. It doesn't matter what political person's in power; they're not gonna save you. It's just not gonna happen. Sure, there'll be some laws that we put into place that may make things easier or more difficult for yourself. However, at the end of the day, no one's coming to save you, right? And that boils down to what I was saying in the beginning. We have to stop acting like children, like the childlike thing in which, we think our mom or our dad's gonna come save us, and help us, make things for the better. And that's just not how it works. You are an adult, or you gotta start acting like an adult, and that comes with responsibilities. When it boils down to responsibilities, those things are what you can do to make yourself better. Right, so that's the first thing you want to do. Prioritize your finances first. No matter if you vote in red or blue, you got to vote for your finances. So voting for your finances means that it's literally the basics. I feel that a lot of the basics that people don't focus on, but they just I know how to do it, but they just don't actually do it. So when it comes to the basics, I'm going to tap back into the markets. When it comes to the basics, it's literally understand how much money you have coming in per day, per week, per month. Understand how much money you have going out per day, per week, per month. Once you have that set in stone, you have a better idea on if you're above water or if you're going to be below water. And then once you understand that, now you know how to actually maneuver, right? So that's a sense of, all right, what do I have to cut back on? Well, what can I do to start investing in? Right now, investing doesn't always have to be you putting money into somewhere. Investing can be with your time, right? So how you invest your time into, learn a certain craft, or reading a certain book, or even just playing games if that's what you decide to do. But you have to invest your time wisely. Once you have that set and you're learning how to do things correctly, then it's implementing the information. Now, most people, they think that whatever they do, they learn how to do it. And it's oh my gosh, things are going to be great. And that's just not how shit works, right? So once you learn how to do something, you have to go about apply that information, right? Once you learn how to do it, you have to apply it. Knowledge is great, but without actually applying it, it's pretty much just worthless. You're just a bookworm. Who cares? Being able to say that you read hundreds of books, that don't mean shit. That's not going to pay the bills, right? Paying the bills is action. So once you have that set again, then it's to a forth with okay, how can I invest? What can I do to help me make some more money? What can I cut back on, and so forth. And then once you have that set in stone, then again, I say you know how to move forward correctly. Now, when it goes to move forward correctly, as you guys who don't know, right? My name is Handsome Kelly. I'm a full-time day trader. I've been trading full-time for what is this? 5 years? But, oh, wow, crazy. Crazy how time flies. That's so crazy. Damn, wow, just like that. But anywho, so as I said, I've been trading full-time for 5 years now. I have a Discord. If you guys are interested in trading with us, we're going to be doing that tonight. Literally, as soon as I hop off this, I'm going to go right into the Discord and we're doing live trading sessions. The link to join the description below. You guys can see, go to handsomkelly.com and go to TPS Discord and trade with us. Now, back into the market. So this right here is very vital because at the end of the day, you have to follow the money. I don't care if you are pro-Trump. I don't care if you are pro-Harris. It's all about where is the money flowing, right? That's what we have to focus on. We have to focus on where the money is going. And by doing so, it'll help us to invest as well. Now, even when it comes to investing, the simplest thing you guys can do is start off with like your first $100, right? You can put that into the S&P 500, VOO, you can do that. You can jump into QQQ, or you can jump into individuals like NVIDIA, Microsoft. Again, this is things that you could just find out what you want to do as well, throwing stuff out there, right? But you have to start with something. And by doing that, it allows you to have exposure into the markets, right? The best type of returns that you can get is have your money work for you, right? It's not having your money saved up in a savings account, earning either 0.10% or even a high yield, which is at this point we're earning about like, I think average, we dropped and they cut rates. So we averaged about like 4.25, 4.25 if I'm not mistaken, right? So it's like, you can do that. However, like year to date alone, right, the S&P is up over 20%, right? You have stocks like NVIDIA up over 200%, right? So the markets are giving these type of returns. Now, just imagine if you're just like, if the beginning of the year, you put $100 into the markets, and what is it? It's November, and as of right now, that $100 turned into like $150, right? An extra $150 you just made. That's some good money, right? Especially if you're just leaving it there. Now, on the flip side, if you just put that same $100 into like an average savings account, right, that would have gave you, what is it? Let's say average like 0.10%. You maybe would have gotten maybe 10 cents. And I'll probably be throwing that out there as well. Maybe 10 cents, right? Or even if you went into a high yield, right? You put $100 into that, maybe got back at $1. No, well, a few dollars probably got back. But again, it's like the overall aspect of where your money to put it in to make the most money is the markets. Now, me personally, I'm not a fan of anything else. I'm only a fan of the markets. That's what I prioritize. So I'm not into real estate. I'm not into any things as well. And honestly, the reason why, because the numbers don't lie, right? So like most people, they try to debate and we're saying that like, putting your money into real estate is where you get the most returns. And that's not true. There's literally only one decade for the past 100 years in which putting your money into real estate outperformed the markets. One decade alone. So it's like within 100 years, you won literally 10 years. That's like, congratulations. But that's not where true wealth is. True wealth is actually in the markets. It's in the markets and you allow time to be a factor. So the thing about it is that like during 2020, you got so many people who like, again, that's when shit changed for the better, right? During 2020, you had things that which like the markets might give you on average like a 10% return, right? Now the markets give you 80% return, 20% return, and so forth, right? That hasn't happened, but 2020 changed that. On the flip side with real estate, if you put that same money into real estate, you're not getting that same type of return, right? It's like homes loan been up from like 30% from 2020 till now. That's 30%. If you compare it to the markets, 2020 to now, like the Dow alone, if we go to 2020, where are we at real quick? Let me go to daily. Let me work our way back to 2020. All right, so 2020, the lowest we got to was 18,233. As of the time of recording, the Dow is currently 42,349. So that just shows you how much money you're able to make. Even the S&P, I can go to S&P real quick to see what we have as well. And what you guys really should be in as well. Like, again, I don't care if it's $100. Just have something work for you. The S&P, it went to 2190 in 2020. And as of right now, it is $5,794. So, well, $5,794 is the actual number of the S&P. So, got to have your money work for you. But again, as I said, I'm not going to stay in too long. I just want to really tap into it. But as of right now, the markets are looking as if we are going to get a Trump victory. Mainly because, again, like I feel that with the Trump victory, the markets will increase. If we do get a Harris victory, I think the markets will drop before increasing. Oh, even that, bro. So Friday, NVIDIA is replacing Intel to join the Nasdaq. I mean, not Nasdaq, to join the Dow. That is going to be crazy. Oh, I can't wait. So the only thing I personally trade is US 30. US 30 is the Forex indice version of the Dow Jones. So pretty much you could say Dow Jones, but it's not actually Dow Jones. It's called US 30. That's the only thing I personally trade, right? Yeah, I mark up everything else as well because especially in Discord, you got people who trade Nasdaq, trade gold, trade Forex pairs, trade crypto and other commodities. But me personally, I only trade US 30. US 30 is already volatile. Like most days, I'm done working like maybe an hour, literally, or probably if that. I'm working maybe 40 minutes, something like that, right? But if we add NVIDIA to it, it's going to be so sick, man. Like, I can't wait. I'm so excited for that to happen. That's going to be this Friday, is that NVIDIA is going to be joining the Dow, is going to be replacing Intel. But yeah, as I said, like, the markets are really showing us that we might get that type of victory. So, and then some people feel as if, like, hey, like, either decision, right? A Trump victory, could be good, or let's say, like, a Harris victory could be good. It really doesn't matter. Like, at the end of the day, the markets are going to go up, like, for real. So, like, and you hear both sides. As I said, like, even earlier, like, I see we got more people joining. Like, Trump's side saying that if Harris wins, the market's going to go to shit. Or Harris saying that, if Trump wins, the market's not going to do good. And that's just not how it works. Like, the markets are geared for you to make money over time, right? And that's the reason why, again, as I just said, like, Intel is being replaced by NVIDIA. Why? Because at the end of the day, the markets are going to continue going up. Now, you may get some pullbacks, but overall, the market is an uptrend. It 100% is. Like, you may have some big construction on lower time frames, but it's going to keep going up, right? That's why you see some stuff like markets aren't as volatile as last election. Is it me? Today, the Dow was nice. The Dow was nice. I don't want to say I was volatile, like, and we still early. Like, crazy enough, like, the last election, I made, like, I think a little over 25 grand when Biden won. And I remember that too, because, like, I remember I went to sleep, I woke up, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, this shit was insane. I think that we are going to have some type of movement like that, because if you go to today, right? If you drop down to the Dow, what we got this morning, literally the lows that we got, let me push this over here so I can actually see it. The lows that we got to this morning was about 41,652, and then this shit shot up all the way to 42,306. So it was a nice day today. It was nice. It was clean. You're in NASDAQ right now. Let's see the NASDAQ. All right, NASDAQ is smooth. I'm looking on a 4-hour time frame, bro. I mean, I know you're not in Eastern Standard Time, but for us, it would be Wednesday, October 23rd, 10 a.m., that 4-hour candle. I would say be mindful of that, because that look as if, we are playing around at that resistance. So if you're in something, I'm not sure your entry is, but if you're in something before that, just be mindful to see how that's going to be. But yeah, as I said, like, we do have a lot more time until we get more data that's going to be coming into play. As I said, like, as of right now, we do have Indiana, they closed, right? And that went to Trump. We have Kentucky closed, that went to Trump as well as Vermont closed, and that went to Harris. So as of right now, the score is 3-19. But it does not matter, right? What matters is who will get to 270 first. That's it. That is the key. Who will get to 270 first? But again, going back into the markets, like, this is nice though. This is nice. Market's giving some good movement, but again, it doesn't matter for those who are trading. Like, truthfully, the best thing to do when it comes to trading, like, again, I'm going to be actively trading tonight. However, I'm not going to force anything, right? The reason why, because it's going to be extremely volatile, right? So again, we're going to be in the markets tonight. If we do get a lot of volatility, I'm going to wait it out, right? It doesn't make sense for me to jump into the market just because I can tell myself I'm trading an election, right? That's foolish, and that's a gambler's way of trading. What you want to do is let the market come to you. If that means that it's so much spikes, then I'm not going to trade it. Why? Because, again, I don't like what I'm seeing. However, if more towards, like, maybe even midnight, we start to see more, like, less volatility, but more so, like, in the markets, giving us some better indication of, like, all right, support is holding, we're going to start to rally back up, or you may have resistance, and we're starting to show patterns in which price is going to drop. Then if I see something, I'm going to take something. I'm not going to just force anything. And I'm saying that for you guys purposely, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to jump into the market just because you have the ability to go about doing so. You have to let the markets come to you, right? There's a thin line between being a gambler and being an actual trader. But at the end of the day, you have to be a risk manager first, right? The reason why most people blow their accounts is because they don't know how to manage their risk. Legit, that's the only reason why. It's not like the market's not out to get you. Truthfully, they don't even know who you are. Like, at the end of the day, it's just rectangles. So, like, we can't humanize it and saying that, the market just didn't like me today. No, like, even for myself, I'm not going to be like, yeah, man, the market didn't like me today. It's like, the market's going to be like, handsome who? Anywho, like, we're going to keep doing our thing. So that's what boils down to it. And, it's a great thing that we have the ability to play this game. Why? Because, again, it's like we can make a shitload of money. However, that doesn't mean that every single day is your opportunity to make a shitload of money. So that's why it boils down to being patient. Like sometimes, and again, I'm probably just sitting here and I'm like, damn, like, 2 hours went by, 3 hours went by, and I don't really see anything I do like. And at that point, it's like, I'm gonna, wash my hands and go about my day. Why? Because like today just wasn't my day, right? Or even losses, right? Losses as well. It's like that's part of the game, right? So if you take a loss, it's like, you take a loss. We don't want to lose, right? I don't come on here and say like, yeah, I'm gonna lose today. No, but I know that's gonna happen. Like it's inevitable. I can't stop that, right? However, I know that especially with my strategy and how I trade, I'm going to win more than I lose. So with that being said, it's like, yeah, I'll take this loss here and there, right? But I'm going to make more than I lose, so I'm gonna be good on that. Another thing as well, you guys see, I got this little cushion thing from Amazon. So this is the new office that I gotta show you guys when this is done. I gotta hang some stuff up. Like, I got this from my grandmother. It's a little trophy from New York. I gotta hang that up. Gotta hang up this right here. Got this from Paul Bravado. It's a custom piece. It says Occupy. You got the Twin Towers right there. This is New York. And the great thing about this as well, if you guys can see it, this is made from real dollars. Like legit, real dollar bills. And as you guys can see, it's like it shows like blood money from Wall Street. So I got that up there as well. Then I also got this Mindset 3-piece as well that I gotta put up. So it says Mindset is everything. It's a kitten looking at the mirror, or looking at water and seeing the reflection, and the reflection is a tiger. Is that a tiger? That's a tiger. That's a tiger. Sometimes I get confused, but that's definitely a tiger. And then lastly, I'm gonna put this up as well. Do epic shit. You guys can see that. So that's gonna be nice. I'm gonna hook it up. I was gonna do it before this call. I was telling Shala, like, cause we moved. We're here for a month now. And we still haven't unpacked everything. And I was like, I gotta, like, cause again, once I got the call, once I got the notification that I'm back on Instagram, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna put my shit up. I'm gonna like, decorate this because I haven't been here for a while, but that's not the case. Or obviously it's not done yet. So I didn't get that taken care of. But besides that, yo, Kyle, what's up, bro? What's up, broski? But yeah, so, but besides that though, life is great. So we got a lot of shit going on in the markets. We're either going to have our first female president tonight, or we're going to have a second term of Trump, right? And truthfully, like, whoever you guys choose to vote for, that's your decision, right? Now, it's like, I'm not the type of person who, like, if you vote for somebody who I don't think should win, then I'm going to, like, curse you out and stuff. It's not that deep. Like, at the end of the day, we all adults. And I feel like we got to stop acting like children. Like, people get on here and be bitching, man. Like, he or she, I don't like what he or she said, I'm going to go block them, cancel them. It's like, fam, it's like, it's not that deep, bro. Like, just, if you really don't like what they got to say, unfollow them or just keep scrolling. Like, it'd be so irritating because y'all be acting like straight bitches, man. For real. Like, y'all be crying more than my son. My son is a few months old, and y'all cry more than him. This shit is embarrassing. How many hours away from the news as new president? Well, it depends, right? Because, again, like, we have 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m., and then 11 p.m. Like, 11 p.m. is when the West Coast is when they actually close. Like, you have California. Actually, let me look at the time. Yeah. Washington, Oregon, California. They close at 11. Like, Nevada, Montana, they close at 10 o'clock. So we're going to really pretty much see. But, yeah, also, it really doesn't matter because it's like, let's just say Harris gets to 270 by like 9 p.m. Then we're going to find out. We got a new president. Or if Trump gets to 270 by 9 p.m., then we got a new president. So like it really boils down to that. But as of right now, we do got some states that are showing more as well. New Hampshire is reporting that Kamala Harris is right now winning that state so far. But again, it's still early, right? We got over half an hour to see. Another thing is showing like Virginia right now is showing that Kamala Harris will take that. Again, it's too early. They close at, what time do they close? Why is it not showing up? At 8. South Carolina, as of right now, Donald Trump is in the lead there. Georgia, Donald Trump is in the lead there right now as well so far. Florida, Trump is leading for that as well as of right now. So that's what we got going in so far. All right. not American, but we need Trump markets always being fired during his time. Yes, the markets, man, markets was different. When Trump was in office, it was like you really couldn't miss. You could literally just like do this and like just throw darts. Like shit was insane. Shit was insane. Even 2022, like 2020 was fucking insane, man. You couldn't miss. You could literally put like, just click buy, go about your day, come back, and you're in profit. Crypto, that shit was different. It was different. Now, regardless, though, I don't think that if we get a Trump presidency, I don't think it will be as similar to the previous one, mainly because there's so much damage that's being done in the economy that has to be fixed, right? Like we all know the border situation is ridiculous. Inflation is ridiculous. Americans, they're struggling to make ends meet. So it's so much thing that had to happen in order to know if that to really go the way people want it to go. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of work both directions, right? If Harris wins, she has to come in and she has to prove that her being VP doesn't mean that she had say so, which it's I don't understand that. But anywho, I'm not here for that. I told Shadi I won't be here for that unless you guys ask me. But yeah, so she has to prove that her presidency won't be as similar to Joe Biden. So again, she has to go with the border. She has to go with inflation, doing those things as well. And it really boils down to both policies and as well as also Congress, right? So we want to see who's going to actually control the House. Can you show us some charts? Yeah, I'll show you right now. All right, so right here, this is US 30 that I am looking at. I mean, I'll put these things back on. I have these markups here. Let me take this off real quick. So what I'm looking at right now, right? So based off this, right? I'm on US 30. I'm on an hour time frame. I'm looking for the Dow to first come to 536, which we're literally right there go about doing so. Oops, let me see that. We're right here. So the reason why I have 536, I took this candle. This is from, on my time frame, is Friday, October 25th at 10 a.m. So more likely, I mean, you guys clearly see we're pretty much pushing towards that. If that does break, then the next area that we have going to is 42,818. If you go to the 4-hour time frame, it also matches up exactly with that. So the 4-hour, it shows from Friday, October 25th at 10 a.m. That is a resistance. Once that breaks, our next area that we should have go to, no problem, will be 42,818. And again, as I said, like that's showcase that we're gonna have a Trump victory because I think their markets are more in favor of Trump winning, right, than anything else. But regardless of that doesn't mean that if Harris wins, shit is gonna like just tank, right? Because again, like I'm also making a projection based on what we got going on, right? Like NFP came out last Friday, 12,000 jobs was created for the month of October, which is the lowest we've had since, I'll give it an too, the lowest we've had since 2020. Insane. But again, Trump just won West Virginia. So West Virginia just closed as well. Let me update this real quick and see what we have. All right, West Virginia. Okay, we just got it that Trump has won that. So that has boosted him up right now. So he has 23 to Harris 3. Again, it doesn't matter for you guys who are looking for a Trump victory. Don't celebrate too soon because he can literally stop right here and then Harris can just take the whole shit off. All right, let's go to NASDAQ real quick because we just got asked that. And then I do see the time, so I got to jump off here soon, guys. And again, like if you guys are going to trade with us live, you can click link below and jump in the Discord with us. All right, looking at this right here, we go to NASDAQ to see what we have going on. Based off of this, we are currently at a resistance on NASDAQ, as you guys can see. Now, I am looking for a breakout for continuation for the upside. I do have a 2386 right here. I pulled it from here, but truthfully, we're going to take it off because I'm not actually thrilled with that. I do want a break from this high, right? So I'm utilizing this candle. This is from the low of it. That is, again, Friday, October 25th, 6 a.m. So look as if price needs to break out of that. Once we do so, I think we should have no problem getting up to around at least this high. That is 20,442. That is from the 4-hour time frame, October 15th, 10 a.m. And obviously that doesn't hold. We do have that high going up there. Now, the thing about it is that you guys got to focus on is that we also have a rate cut this week. Like, this election is great, but like we're cutting rates. Powell is going to cut rates on Thursday. Now, normally rate cuts would be every 6 weeks. However, because of the election, right, they are pushed an extra date. So rate cuts are going to be on Thursday. It's set in stone. He's cutting rates. Now, what it matters is he going to be bullish or dovish? Now, I personally think that he's going to push a bullish tone. Why? Because Now, I think he's going to give us a bullish tone. The reason why I feel that way is because we have, again, 12,000 jobs, right? So his first priority was saying that he wanted inflation to come down, and we beat inflation as of right now. We didn't, but I'm not getting to that right now. I don't have time for that. And now his focus was, he said that he's transitioned to making sure the economy is in a great place. As of right now, 12,000 jobs does not show that the economy is in a great place. So I think that that'll give us a dovish tone. And that also means that for December, I believe it's December 8th, if I'm not mistaken. Let me pull this up real quick. December 18th. I'm sorry about that. So December 18th, we should get the last rate cut of the year, right? And then that'll be another, I think we'll probably get 25, if not 50. Maybe 25 though. I think we'll get 25. And another thing too, it might be the last rate cut that we get from Powell, right? If Trump wins and he chooses to replace Powell, then Powell will no longer be, the Fed chairman. On the flip side, if Harris wins and she chooses to not keep Powell, he will no longer be the Fed chairman. I actually enjoy Powell. It's crazy. This guy has the most powerful job in the world. Literally, all he has to say is good morning, and the market be going crazy. I fucking love it. But yeah, so I do see the time. I told him that I'm not going to stay on here for long. So for those who just joined in, appreciate you guys joining. This is going to be recorded. I'm going to put it on YouTube. I'm back, baby. I'm here with you guys. But again, I'm going to jump into my live trading session with my Discord. If you guys are interested, click the link in the description below. I'll see you guys in there. Appreciate you guys for tapping in. And whoever you choose to vote for, I hope they win. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.